Hello, everybody. This is Dom from Upstate Supernatural, and I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for another episode of Live Spirit Frequencies. And tonight we are going to be testing out different theories. We're going to be doing a little bit more of the spirit writing, a couple more episodes, and then we're going to be switching over to a different format of communication or a different technique of ITC or just spirit communication in general. And I'd like to welcome our hosts with us. This is Dom from Upstate Supernatural. And this is Scott. And if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Scott with myparanormalcorner.com.
And I have James as well right here. You're muted, bud.
Hi, my name is James. Just check out my webpage. I'm just starting it up there. And welcome to Live Paranormal.
And we're going to go ahead and we have findings from last week's episode that we did. And we're going to go ahead and showcase that. But if you're watching this live on YouTube, you can chat with us live during the show by clicking on the link in the description below, which says LPTV chat. That'll take you right into the chat board where we are. And you can talk with us live during the show. These shows are promoted and done on liveparanormal.com. So the only reason that's kind of the way we have to have the chats for specifically this show. So feel free to jump in and ask any questions that you would like during that time during our session. And with liveparanormal.com, you can also find interesting radio shows, interesting events. There's live investigations that they do each month, and you can find different findings of that on liveparanormal.com. You can also find evidence findings from other teams, other individuals through the archive on liveparanormal.com. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and showcase the findings from last week. We'll come back and we will start doing our different techniques and theories and see what we can capture and what we can find.
Let me know what you need to be said. Let me know what you need to be said. Excuse me. Excuse me.
What type of car did you drive? What type of car did you drive? Can you tell me what high school you went to? Can you tell me what high school you went to?
Can you make an acknowledgement of that just to see if that is what it said.
Oh, is your favorite flower dandelion?
Can you make an acknowledgement of that just to see if that is what it said?
Oh, is your favorite flower dandelion?
If so, how? If so, how?
What is your fondest memory? What is your fondest memory?
Alrighty, and those are some of the findings that we found from last week's episode. And tonight, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do a birth session real quick. And then we're going to come back and we're still going to be doing the spirit writing. This time we're actually going to switch it up just a tad. Scott's going to be doing the spirit writing. And with him doing that, we're going to have him actually in a room that has a grid pen. You can't technically see him in view of where the grid pen is. It is off to the right-hand side of him. What we're hoping to do with this is possibly capture some EVPs, possibly capture some video anomalies of maybe something moving. But what we'll do is when we get over to that spot, we'll just have him kind of move his hand in front of it so you can kind of see where he is. And then we'll go ahead and have him start doing the spirit writing and see what happens. After that, we're going to do another little test on something else. But let me go ahead and, I already turned on the recorder. Let's go ahead and do a birth session real quick. Any spirits within communication, we're trying to do a session, trying to find out more about you. Kind of learn your story, per se. Try to find out who you were, what you liked, and kind of maybe why you're still here with us. Now, an interesting question. My buddy that I live with, his name is John. And John is a skeptic. John doesn't believe in the paranormal. He doesn't believe in the supernatural or so forth. Spirits within communication. Out of curiosity, does John block your presence out from being around him? Do skeptics, in an essence, do they block out when you're trying to communicate or is it tougher for you to try to communicate with them? And then the next question, in the same reference, is there a certain energy that is around my friend John that blocks you from being able to be seen or being able to be heard? All right, I'm going to stop this burst section. Any individuals in the chat, if you have any questions that you would like us to ask, please feel free to let us know what those questions are in the chat. James is watching the chat. I'm watching the chat. Scott, I believe, is watching the chat as well. But I'm going to go ahead and play this back. This could be loud, so if you're wearing headphones, be conscious of the level that you have them at. I don't want to blow your ears out. So if you want to turn them down to a level that's comfortable and then turn them up to where you're happy, I would definitely feel better about that for you. I'm going to go ahead and play this back. And let's see if there's any responses.
Any spirits within communication? We're trying to do a session. We're spirits within communication. We're trying to do a spirits within communication. We're trying to do a session.
Alright, I'm actually hearing hi, Dominic.
Any spirits within communication? We're trying to do a session, trying to find out more about you. Kind of learn your story, per se. Try to find out who you were, what you liked, and kind of maybe why you're still here with us. Now, an interesting question. My buddy that I live with, his name is John. And John is a skeptic. John doesn't believe in the paranormal. He doesn't believe in the supernatural or so forth. Spirits within communication. Out of curiosity, does John block your presence out from being around him?
What the hell?
Does John block your presence out from being around him? Do skeptics, in an essence, do they block out when you're trying to communicate? Or is it tougher for you to try to communicate with them?
Something right there. Scott thinks they don't believe in us.
When you're trying to communicate, or is it tougher for you to try to communicate with them? And then the next question, in the same reference, is there a certain energy that is around my friend John that blocks you from being able to be seen or being able to be heard? Alright, I'm going to stop.
Alright. I thought I heard some interesting anomalies in there. Possibly some replies in a way. But I'm going to go ahead and, Scott, if you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and switch to you. Is your grid pen still on?
It is.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to you. Oh, yep. And everybody, as you can see, Scott's waving his hand, so now you know where he is in view. James, you and I, if we could mute, that way it's just Scott's audio. So if there's any EVPs, we'll be able to hear it right through that. And
I was already ahead of you there.
And Scott, whenever you are ready, feel free to go ahead.
Okay, now the first thing I did is I actually wrote references to 4 locations that I'm either going to or have been to on the corner of the paper. So spirits of communication, if you are currently here with me right now, what I've done is I've listed 4 locations that I've either going to or have been to. So if you can reference those either within the communication, that would be amazing. How many spirits are currently here with me right now? Can you tell me who I was in a past life? Can you tell me what your address is? Or do you remember it?
I just want to intersect for 1 second. Anybody watching this on YouTube, please feel free to click on the link below in the description. That'll bring you right over to our live chat, and you can ask us questions live during the show.
Where do you currently reside? Is it at Dom's? Is it at James's? Or is it at my house? Can you tell me who your closest friends are? Do you know your name of your kids? What's your favorite food to eat? Mine's pizza. Do you remember what hospital you were born at? What is your favorite thing to play with? Are there such things as angels? Were you ever married? Did you like to go swimming? Can you tell me what your favorite ice cream is? When you went on vacation, what was one thing you'd like to do? Now, I wrote 4 names on this piece of paper. What I'm going to do is give you a chance to say whatever you want that's one of the locations on the paper. Can you do that? Did you like going to the doctor? I didn't like going to the doctor. I don't like doctors.
There is a fluctuation that I'm seeing on the left-hand panel of the screen, which would be your far right, just to give you an FYI.
If you are standing near me, can you tell me what side you are standing on? You are more than welcome to come closer to me. I'm not here to hurt you or harm you in any way. I'm just here to communicate and be able to share your story. Now, when you were growing up as a child, what was your favorite TV show? When I was growing up, it was The Simpsons. What's your favorite type of tattoo? Do you have a favorite tattoo? Now, I wrote a name on the back of this piece of paper. Can you say the name for me? Loud and clearly? Can you tell me who you were in the past life? What is one thing you could give a message to the paranormal field as a whole? What would it be? If there is a way for us as investigators to be able to communicate with you better, can you tell me how or what would be easier? Do you have a message for anybody in the chat room right now? If so, please speak your message. What college did you go to? If you could give anybody in the paranormal field advice, what would it be? When is considered dead time? What was your name before you were married? Can you tell me what your phone number was? What is your favorite alcoholic drink?
Intersect again. Any individuals watching this on YouTube, feel free to click in the link in the description below. It is a free account to sign up for Live Paranormal, and you can chat with us live during the show.
As a spirit, how do you see us? If you are standing near me, can you tell me what side you are standing on? The right or the left? Are there rules on the other side?
And Spooky Raven is actually watching live as well. And she heard an EVP of the name Dave, just to let you know.
Dave, if you are currently here with me, how do I know you? Dave, when were you born? What's your favorite TV show? What is your favorite card game to play? Mine's poker. Can you tell me what your favorite color is? Can you tell us what it's like on the other side? I don't know if I've said this before, but what location are you from? When you were a kid, did you ever make ice cream? When you were growing up, did you ever go fishing? Alrighty.
All right, and Scott, I'd like to thank you for going ahead and doing spirit writing. And this time we're going to try something a little different. We've done it in the past where I've left my room kind of as a grid pen area and had James ask the questions and did a burst session. This time around, I'm actually going to have myself. I'm going to do the burst session here. I am here. There's my friend John is downstairs, but he's resting. He's actually not feeling well. So there shouldn't be any outside noise. He's not watching any TV or anything else. There is no children. There is no women that are present at this location. The location is 175 years old. Actually, as of this year, we found in January, there's 175 years old. Looking into it. So what we're gonna do? He is coughing. Actually, I just heard him cough. For anybody that's doing any research, if you have any sound anomalies, always, acknowledge them. Don't dismiss it. Sometimes it's better to be honest with what we're doing, because the truth is, some of the stuff that is out there will blow your mind away. Some of the EVPs, some of the audio captures that I've captured in the years that I've been doing this, absolutely have blown my mind away, just with how clear they are and with how awesome they are. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do this. James, I'm actually going to go to your view, though. I'll switch back and forth.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to turn off my audio. Nobody will be able to hear anything here. You'll only be able to hear James, but I will not be talking. I will not be doing anything. I don't believe in any individuals that fake anything or do anything like that. There's too much truth to this to actually have to bullshit people. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this burst recorder on. Any spirits within communication, I'm not going to be talking. You're going to be hearing James. I'm going to take my headset off and set it on the table. You'll hear James. I'd like to see if you can answer questions that he asks from where he is and try to go that route. James, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, my name is James, and I come in peaceful means. I'm here just to try to communicate with you. First thing I'd like to ask is, there's somebody around Dom or Scott right now? If so, do you know them? How old are you right now? Could you tell me that? Do you enjoy the fact that we try to communicate with you, or does it annoy you at all? Did you have a favorite pet or thing that, well, it was a favorite thing? What I'd like to know is what is it like where you are right now? Like, is there air? Is there temperature, like warm and cold? Can you feel it? Have you ever seen the light? And if so, were you ever drawn to it? Now I'd like to know a little bit about you there. What did you used to do? Were you a farmer? Were you a factory worker? What were you? Did you enjoy what you used to do? Now, what were your favorite what was your favorite hobby back then? Or Is there a message for Dom or Scott or even I that you would like to tell? Now I'm going to steal one of Scott's questions there. What was your favorite thing to eat? Oh, okay.
Now, James is able to hear me, just so everybody knows. He can hear me through the webcam right there. James, you can testify that I didn't talk at all during the whole time. The other,
You weren't. I don't even. Were you even in the room? I don't think you were you?
oh yeah, I was in the room.
Oh, okay. You're quiet then.
Yeah. The one thing with this, with doing this, I also heard yes. I heard it through the headset actually. So the reply of yes, it did. It was probably recorded on the voice recorder here, but the fact that I heard yes clear as day through the headset tells me it was at your location, James.
Nice.
Because basically by muting myself, and if other individuals are hearing yes, and it's only coming through the headset, and I did see Scott heard yes as well. If other individuals heard yes, I had my audio off for the show, so no one was able to hear me per se. So therefore, it kind of pinpoints it to where you are. So I do like to try to do that type of stuff where we're trying to pinpoint exactly where the individual is that's trying to talk. I definitely feel that Scott has spirits around him. You have spirits around you, and I also have spirits around me. But which one is speaking each time? That's the trick of what we're trying to figure out. Whenever we're doing this, that's why we want to try to mute each other out. And I'm just trying to explain this for any individuals that are very interested in the paranormal or interested in trying these different techniques or theories. Basically, by having one person mute out and you're still recording where that person's audio is on, it completely negates the individual that was muted out, which pinpoints your audio evidence to the one that was not muted. So I'm going to go ahead and play this back. I would like to let everybody know, again, this could be extremely loud. I don't want your ears to blow, so if you'd like to turn down your audio to a comfortable level and then turn it up, that'd probably be for the best. But I'm going to go ahead and play this back. James, thank you very much for doing the questions and so forth. This is something I wanted to try. Next week, per suggestion of our viewers, all three of us are going to do the spirit writing at once. So I'm going to have to change some of the views with the show, the camera views and stuff. But all three of us will be in view doing the spirit writing at the same time. We'll have to figure out audio-wise how we're going to do this. But per suggestion, there's been a few people that asked if we can do it, see if the energy would actually be larger by doing that. So we're going to try to do that next week. But I'm going to go ahead and play this. Again, watch your ears. I don't want to blast them out.
James, whenever you're ready.
Okay. My name is James, and I come in peaceful means. I'm here just to try to communicate with you. First thing I'd like to ask is...
That right there.
Anyone that's here?
Just trying to bring it back to where we were.
James, whenever you're ready.
The noise that you heard right after that, it was actually my friend John coughing. I just want to call it out just so everybody knows what it is. That was not any, I believe, any form of any spirit communication whatsoever.
Okay.
last thing I'd like to ask is, there's somebody around Dom or Scott right now. If so, do you know them? How old are you right now? Can you tell me that? Do you enjoy the fact that we try to communicate with you, or does it annoy you at all? Did you have a favorite pet or thing that well, it was favorite thing? Favorite thing?
What the hell is that?
Favorite thing? What I'd like to know is what is it like where you are right now? Is there air? Is there temperature like warm and cold? Can you feel it?
This recorder.
Whenever you're ready.
This recorder is a little touchy sometimes. I love it though.
Did you have a favorite pet or thing that no, it was favorite thing? What I'd like to know is what is it like where you are right now? Is there air? Is there temperature like warm and cold? Can you feel it?
I hear a reply right there, actually. Ah, jeez.
Spirits within.
Alright, at least I know where it is.
Is this team? Are whenever you're ready.
It was at 1 minute 49 seconds. I'm hearing something in reference to the temperature.
What I'd like to know is what is it like where you are right now? Is there air? Is there temperature like warm and cold? Can you feel it? Have you ever seen the light? And if so, were you ever drawn to it? I'd like to know a little bit about you there. What did you used to do? Were you a farmer? Were you a factory worker? What were you? Did you enjoy what you used to do? Now, what were your favorite what was your favorite hobby back then? Is there a message?
Actually, let me see if I can play that back.
Now, what were your favorite what was your favorite hobby back then?
Alright, I'm going to pause it real quick. Actually, that stopped it. It'll play it back at the same spot. What I believe I just heard in this part was, I told you I can't remember when I was alive. That's what I believe I heard, and I'm not trying to give you the parabola of putting that in your head. It just seemed like what I thought I had heard. I'm going to go ahead and play this for you.
Is there a message for Dom or Scott or even I that you would like to tell? Now I'm going to steal one of Scott's questions there. What was your favorite thing to eat? Scott's questions there. What was your favorite thing to eat? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off now.
Yeah, I definitely thought there was a few replies in there. And I apologize. I do love these recorders. I've told everybody in the past. This is the DP 201 by Olympus. When I first found it, I found it for like $20 on eBay. Now they're going for a little bit more. I think it's like 30, 40 bucks. But I like them because they have huge ass buttons. I don't know if you can see. There's huge buttons on these, which makes them really easy and versatile to try to use. I think that's it for tonight. I'd like to go ahead and swing this over to James and Scott. So I'm going to go to Scott first for you. You're on, bud? Oh, you're muted.
I want to say thank you, everybody on YouTube and everyone in the live paranormal chat room, and looking forward to going to the Stanley in March.
And I'm going to swing over to James. You're on, bud.
Oh, yeah. No, I'd like to thank everyone from YouTube and everyone on Live Paranormal for coming out. It's much appreciated. I hope everybody enjoyed our session tonight there, and I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Back to you, Dom.
And I'd like to thank everybody, just same as Scott and James. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any suggestions on things you'd like us to try, things that you may have questions about, maybe you have questions that you'd like us to ask, go ahead and type those in the comments. Go ahead and type those in the comments below, and we'd be happy to ask those questions for you. And again, as I've been saying as of late, and I kind of feel it's important, if there are voices in the dark that are talking to us, maybe it's time we start to listen. Have a beautiful night. Hope to see everybody tomorrow night with Spirit Box Weekly. We had a great session last week. And that's 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern on YouTube on Upstate Supernatural's channel. And you can find more amazing content on liveparanormal.com. You can find some absolutely amazing information by going to myparanormalcorner.com or on YouTube. And James's channel is building, and it's starting to grow, and he's got some great captures on there. You can check that out as well. So thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful night, and hope to see you soon.